Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. I'm Chris. Today's gentle yoga is mostly on the floor, with a transition to standing for a short time to practice a few balance postures before returning to the floor. Along the way, I will give variation options for all levels. So let's get started. We will begin in our Sukhasana, our easy seat. Feel free to sit on a block or blanket, either leg in front. We're going to gently let our palms rest on the top of our thighs or close to the knees, and then pull your elbows back towards your rib cage. Let's draw the chin in. It's parallel with the floor. If you're comfortable, we're going to close our eyes and just start to focus on the breath. Just feel a calmness washing over the body as you breathe, as we prepare for our practice. Slowly letting the breath come out through the nose, the shoulders relax. As you breathe in, think of lengthening through the spine. And then exhale those shoulders down. If there's any tension in the body, just let it go with your breath. Today in our gentle yoga, we're going to just move slowly in and out of the postures and just build on each one and throwing in some balance, just to tune in to the body and do what's good for it. Take another deep breath in through the nose, eyes closed. And then let it out through the mouth. Let's do one more of those. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And then let your eyes, they can gently drift open, or you can keep your eyes closed, whatever feels good to you. We're going to let the right ear gently fall towards the right shoulder. Just feeling a stretch through the left side of the neck. And just find your breath. Then bring the head back to neutral and let the left ear fall to the left shoulder. Again, find your breath. Feel free to close your eyes, or you can leave them open. Finding your breath. And then back to center. Let's take our chin to the chest. Feeling the stretch in the back of the neck. And then bring the head back to neutral. Good. This time, right ear goes back to the right shoulder. We're going to add a little head rotation. Draw the chin to the chest. Left ear draws to left shoulder as the chin comes up. And then roll again across the front of the body. Now, option, you can continue to go across the body again, or you can go across and all the way back for a full head roll. And then when you get back to center, chin to chest, you can reverse direction. Nice and slow. Or you can just keep the head in the front. We're going to do 2 more times, one each way. Feel that nice stretch as the head rotates all the way around, or just back and forth across the front. And then last one, other direction. And then when your chin reaches your chest, gently drift your head back to neutral. Realign the chin so it's parallel with the floor. And then take your left arm, reach it out to the side, and then drop your right ear towards the right shoulder. Let your left arm just relax a little. Feel the shoulder pulling down. Maybe draw the chin down just a tad in case you have it up too high. So you feel that stretch through the left side of the neck. One more breath. And then let your head come back to neutral. Bring your left hand to the thigh. Right hand goes out to the side. Draw your left ear to left shoulder. Again, if your chin comes up, draw it down just enough that you can feel that stretch to the right side of the neck. And breathe. And then bring that head back to neutral. Hand comes back to the thigh. This time we're going to extend that left arm all the way up. Reach the right arm out and then side bend towards the right side. You can walk your right hand out, or you can even bend the elbow and try to drop your right shoulder as your left arm is reaching overhead. See if you can open a little. Keeping both hips down, we don't want the knee to come up. Find that length in the side of the body. One more breath. And then slowly come all the way back to center first. Realign the spine, lengthen, draw the chin in. Then you're going to bring your left hand to the side, right arm comes up, and start to side bend to your left. And again, you can walk the hands out, maybe try to bend the elbow. See if you can sink closer to the floor. As your right arm goes overhead, think about opening up that chest. And find your breath. Inhale and exhale. Feeling the lengthening through the side of the body. Again, the knees stay down. We don't want to rock off of those glutes or sits bones. And then slowly coming back all the way to center. Bring both hands to the thighs. Realign the spine, chin level with the floor. Slide the shoulders up to the ears and then all the way back down. And then add a couple shoulder rolls up, back, and down. Now we're going to reach both arms up to the sky with a nice inhale. Look up at the fingertips. Exhale the right hand to the side. Keep your left hip down as you bend over into that right side. Open up. Take your top arm and let's just reach it out to the left side and open up that chest. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, I want you to actually pull it up and over your ear towards the right side. Keeping that left hip down. Another breath. And then we will come all the way up. Let both hands come to the sky, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hands to thighs. Shoulders back and down, realign the chin. Sweep the arms up and around. This time the opposite side, left hand to the floor. Start to bend into it, reaching. I want you to take that top arm, reach it out to the side. Try to open up the chest. Sometimes we force it too much and we start to collapse. So really feel that top right shoulder rolling backwards as your left elbow pushes towards the floor. But again, keeping that right sits bone on the floor. Now take a breath in. Exhale, pull that arm over the ear again. Reach it to the left side. You might notice a little more range of motion. The heart might be open a little more, stretching through the armpit. One more breath. And then exhale, and then come all the way up. Find your center, reach the arms. Exhale, palms all the way down to heart space. Release those palms to the thighs, and then shoulder rolls up, back, and down. I'm going to do a little twist here. So pull those shoulders back and down, realign the spine, lift through the base, and then just gently twist to your right. Reach your left hand to your right thigh, right hand behind you. Just a little gentle twist, looking behind you. One more breath. And then exhale, and then gently release, and just twist to the left. Other side, lengthening through the spine. One more breath. And then coming all the way back to center, realign everything. Pull those shoulders back and down, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Now we're going to move down and we're going to do a little stretch of the feet. So what you're going to do is you're going to lift up one foot and you're just going to start to rotate the ankle. Doesn't matter which one. Just add a little rotation and then change direction so you're holding on to the heel. If you need a leg straightened out to the side to make it easier, that is totally fine. And then you're going to use your hand to hold on to the toes and just separate the toes, wiggle each one, pull them apart, one up, one down. You're also going to hold on to the foot, give it a little massage, bend and straight, like do a little bend of it, and then take your hand and I want you to start to just give it a little massage. Maybe use your knuckle and massage the bottom of your foot, or you can even use your thumb and work your way through the arch. Turn a little this way, you can have it resting on your thigh and just massage. Sometimes you might find some trigger points in there, some tender spots. Just working your way down, even into the heel or the back of the heel, and then back up that foot again. You can use two hands if you want to massage that foot, maybe getting into the top of it. So having blood flow and massaging out the bottoms of the feet helps with our balance. Then you're going to take the hand, the opposite hand, you're going to spread out the fingers and you're going to place your fingers in between all of your toes. You're going to weave your 4 fingers in between your 5 toes. If you need 2 hands to do it, that's fine. You can do that. And once they're there, just do a little movement. Maybe circle it around different directions. So getting space between those toes. And that will definitely help with balance. We need our toes to be able to move. Then you're going to open the fingers nice and wide and just pull them out. And then release that foot. If you need to massage the toes a little or push on them, get a little release, we're going to transition to the other foot now. So you're going to just lift up that foot, hold maybe the ankle. You're going to rotate it around, changing directions. Maybe you get a little snap, crackle, pop. And then you're going to work your hands towards your toes, and you're going to move your toes up and down, back and forth. So yes, if you have yoga socks on, you might have to take them off for this. And then you can move down into the feet, give it a little massage, even the top of the foot. Move it like you're bending the foot in and out, moving into the arches. You want it to feel good. Anybody find a tender spot? If you've got tender feet, use that tennis ball to massage out the bottom of your feet sometime. Moving into the heel, or even a bouncy ball works too. Massaging it out. Again, you want it to feel good. Maybe you found a knot. And then move back up to the toes. And then you're going to take your 4 fingers and weave them in between your toes. Try to figure out where the toes and the fingers, they meet. And then just bend and straighten, move those toes, maybe draw circles. Both directions. And then you're going to open up those fingers nice and wide and just slide them back out. Might feel a little blood flow to the toes. If you need to push on them or work through them, you can. Then we're going to release. We're going to now change position, and we're going to straighten out those legs. Maybe bring the hands behind you, wiggle out those legs. Spread out the fingers behind you. Your hands can be facing you or away, whatever works for your shoulders. We're going to bend both knees, place the feet flat on the floor, and then just do a gentle rock side to side. Just loosening up through the hips. Little massage through the glutes. One more each side. And then we're finding our center. We're going to sit nice and tall. And you're going to straighten out the left leg and hug the right knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze. Nice and tall. Flex that left foot. Now you're going to take your right foot and we're going to bring it to the outside of your left leg, left thigh. And then we're just going to reach that left arm and give that right knee a squeeze and a hug. Just hug it in nice and tight. Option to bring your right hand behind you with a kickstand, little twist. Feel the belly pushing into the thigh. As you breathe, feel that nice stretch through the hip and the glute. One more breath. And then we're slowly going to release, come all the way back through the center. Take that leg and uncross it. And then you're going to let it gently slide out, straighten it out, and then bend the left knee. Hug it in. Just give it a nice squeeze into the chest to sit up nice and tall. Flex your right foot so that leg is nice and straight. The toes are pulling towards your face. Now you're going to take your left foot and place it on the outside of your right thigh. Wrap your right arm around that left knee. Option to put your left hand behind you as a kickstand and just hug the knee. And just breathe. Inhale and exhale, lengthening through the spine as you twist, feeling that lovely stretch through the hip and the glute. If our hips move better, we also have more balance, more stability. One more breath. And then we're slowly going to release that leg, bring it across, and straighten it out. Now we're going to pull the right leg back in, how it was, and we're going to cross it over. So we're going to repeat the stretch, but if you would like to go deeper, I'm going to give you an option. You can take your left foot, you can bend the knee and pull that foot towards your glute. So you would be more of a pretzel. I like to call it like a pretzel. Option, if this doesn't work and you're having to go on the side, keep your left leg straight. And then you can hold on to that right knee, reach the right hand behind you, lift and twist. And we're breathing. So this could be a little more of a deeper stretch for you. If you feel comfortable here. Again, this is where you throw the variation in that feels good to you. One more breath, and then we will counter stretch. So we're just going to transition to the other side. So you're just going to bring that right arm on the inside of that left knee, left hand behind you. So option, if your leg is straight, you would just be twisting this way. So you have options there. That one, or the leg is bent. One more breath. And also just feeling a little stretch through the left hip there. And then we're slowly going to unwind and uncross the legs. Reach them out in front. Give yourself legs a shake. And then we're going to pull the left knee into the chest. Flex your right foot. Bring the left across. So again, you can stay here. Just hold the leg and twist. Or bend your right knee this time and pull it toward your left glute or hip. Lift and twist. Hugging in that left knee and lengthen through the spine. Look behind you and just breathe. And just notice what's going on in that hip, that glute, in the leg. Take another breath. And then we're slowly going to unwind and counter stretch. So bring your left arm on the inside of the left knee, right hand back, lift and twist. And again, if your leg was straight, you would just be here. So you pick your variation. Listen to your body. Take another breath here. And then we're slowly going to unwind. Unwind the legs, straighten them out, hands behind the back. Fingertips are going to walk backwards this time, so you're a little further away. And then just draw those thighs and those heels together, point those toes, and start to open up the chest. Chest expansion, opening the heart, looking out diagonally in front of you. Option, you can lift your hips if that's in your practice. If not, just keep the hips on the floor and open things up. Again, lots of options. You can be lifting the hips or you can have them down on the floor. One more breath, and then we're slowly going to release and massage out the wrists, and we'll bring the bottoms of the feet together, coming to butterfly. And you're just going to flap those wings. Try not to hit your knees on the floor. We're going to hold on to those ankles and then gently start to draw yourself, your chest forward, but not your chin. You want to keep things in alignment. Try to keep your chest as open as you can, and try not to collapse them round. We want to keep things open here. Maybe you press your elbows to your thighs. If you feel like you have to round, then just stay tall and don't worry about that. One more breath here. And then slowly bring your hands to your toes and just hold on to them. And again, lengthen, pull the elbows in towards the rib cage. And then look out in front of you diagonally onto the floor so you don't overstretch your neck. One more breath. And then slowly release. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze. Lengthen through the spine. Now this time we're going to bring the feet about hip distance apart. The fingertips again behind the floor. Open up that chest and lengthen and open through the arms. Now option to stay here, or you can take a little mini reverse table. Lifting those hips, stretching things out. Optional. And then slowly lowering those hips to the floor. And we're going to straighten out the legs. Good. Fingertips are going to be right next to the body. Find your nice tall Dandasana. Flex the toes, wiggle the toes, lengthening through the spine. And then just start to feel the belly button maybe pulling forward, like you're hinging at the hips. And breathe. Now, if you can take your hands on top of your thighs if it feels comfortable for your back. And then slowly draw those arms all the way up to the sky. Find your length. Breathing in and out. One more breath. And then you're starting to hinge at the hips, and you're going to lean forward towards the toes. A little bit of a forward fold here, keeping tall through the spine. I'm having a little bit some back issues today, so I won't go all the way into that with you. But once you're there, you're going to slowly tap the toes or get close, and then inhale up. And then from here, we're going to bend the left knee and then just let it fall open to the side. Flex the right foot. Inhale the arms up again, and we're going to fold forward to the right foot. So you'll find now just by doing one leg, you can get a lot closer to it. Feel the belly going towards the thigh. Now, I want you to look out right in front of your toes, maybe a few inches. Not too far, because then we kind of crank on the neck. So just a little bit, and then we don't want to collapse through the upper back by dropping the chin. So just look right out in front of those toes today. Feel the length of your spine. Feel like the crown of the head is just like really pulling up diagonally, so you lengthen through the neck there. Another breath. And then we're going to slowly inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale the hands to the side. Now you're going to keep your right hand on the floor, left arm comes up and over, side bend to the right. Keep your left knee open and on the side. Option to reach your right hand out to the side. And then slowly come back up, back to center. Pull that left knee in and up, it's tucked under. Give it a squeeze and then pull that foot off the floor. A little point and flex, just see how your ankle is feeling. Engage the core as you send that left leg straight out in front. And then pull that right knee in, lengthen through the spine. And then let that leg fall open. Slowly reach both arms up to the sky. And then hinge forward. Reach for that left foot. And again, same thing. Look out in front of you. The chin is not completely dropped, so we're not rounding through the back, but yet we're lengthening. Looking just in front of those toes. Notice where you feel the difference here. You can reach maybe your toes, maybe your foot, maybe your ankle. Maybe you let your hands rest on your feet, on your next to your shins. Find your breath. And then slowly let your arms rise up all the way to the sky. Lengthen. Bring your left hand down next to you and side bend to the left. Keeping your right hip on the floor. And then come all the way back up to center. Hug your right knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze. And then we're going to straighten out both legs. Now that they're straight, you're going to place your right hand on the floor, left arm up. Keep both sits bones on the floor, side bend to your right. And then slowly come up, windmill the arms, side bend to your left. Keep both sits bones on the floor. And then come all the way back up through center, both hands on the floor. Now, however you want to get to the tabletop, we're going to be working our way up. You can bring the legs to the side, you can cross them. Either way, coming to tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Lengthen through the spine, gentle cat-cow. We're going to spread out the fingers, push your tops of your feet into the floor, round through the back, push into the feet. Exhale. Inhale, lift and arch. Exhale, round. Find your breath. Inhale, lift. Shoulders pull away from the ears. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. And then find your neutral spine. And we're going to take a child's pose. So separate your knees, feet together. And then after this, we'll be going to down dog and moving our way up. So gently press into your child's pose, hips to heels, arms forward. Melt your body towards the mat. From here, we're going to start to transition, finding your downward facing dog. If you want to get up a different way, you can even skip the down dog, keeping it super gentle, and just go to a forward fold. It's up to you. You can lift up, you can pedal out your feet, you can walk your dog. And then you're going to forward fold. Inhale, rise. So from our palms together at heart space, go ahead and release the hands, find your mountain. Open things up. Draw your chin into alignment so it's parallel with the floor. And let's take a look down at our feet. Make sure they're both pointing forward, about 1 to 2 fist distance between your feet. Lengthen through the spine. This is where we get to practice some of our balance postures to see how we feel. One side might be a little more cooperative than the other. So you're going to balance starting on your right foot. So I want you to take all your weight, lean it into the right, bring your left foot just slightly forward. Find a focal point on the floor out in front of you. Option to bring your arms up to the side and then start to, maybe just the toe is on the floor. You can bring it up to crane, finding your balance. Now the knee can be hip level. Maybe it's just your toe, whatever works and feels good to you. And find your breath. And then we're slowly going to lower the foot to the floor. You maybe have to give it a shake if you get uneasy in your balance. Making it simple, we're going to slowly progress these. Check your toes again. Make sure they're facing the front, 1 to 2 fist distance between the feet, and then lean most of your weight, all of it, into the left. Maybe lift your right heel, maybe draw the toe forward on that right foot. Arms come up to about shoulder level. Just let them relax. If you want a little more challenge, you can always straighten up the arms or relax them. And then bring that right knee up. Finding the balance on that left leg. With your drishti, your non-moving focal point out in front of you. You can even feel the difference with the arms straight or bent. And then slowly release. Good. Find your center, find your mountain. Notice mentally the difference on the one side to the other. I'll give you a few more options, or you can stay where you are. We're going to lean into the right leg, left toe forward. This time we are going to take the arms nice and straight if you haven't done that yet. Shoulders relaxed. Option to bring the leg up. Now the left leg is up. Let's take the left arm behind the back. Now option to reach for your knee with the right hand. Lengthen. Feel that little twist, keeping your balance, and then slowly release the arm and the toe to the floor, and then gently shake it out, maybe walk it out. We're switching sides, so now you're going into the left. Extend those arms, and again, just very slowly transitioning side to side, just to notice the difference. Maybe it starts to get a little more balanced. Right foot out, arms straight, right knee comes up. Let's take that left hand and slide it behind, right hand, slide it behind your back. It's the left hand that's going to the knee this time. And lengthen, find your posture, find your balance, find your breath. So that's why we warmed up those toes at the beginning, so we could have better balance. Get them some space between them. And then slowly release the arm from the knee and the other hand out to lower the foot, and then the arms. Give it a shake. I'm going to give you one more option. Now this one's going to be a little more advanced, so you don't have to go there. Coming arms back up, shifting into the right foot, and make sure to take a look at the toes, left foot forward. Option to bring that left knee up. Left hand can come behind the back. Option to keep it out for balance. Other option is to hold on to the toe or the foot with the right hand and extend it out. And again, you can always keep the arm out to the side for balance. Little twist, or even reach behind you to twist. And then slowly release. And then come back to the floor. Nice and solid, give it a shake. We're going to ground into the opposite leg, so you have an idea. One side might be easier than the other. Arms come up, press them out to the side, lengthen through the spine. Bring your right foot forward, and maybe you're still just here with the heel off the floor. That's fantastic. Do what you feel good to do. Maybe you bend the knee, and maybe it stays there. Maybe right hand goes behind the back. Option to grab the toe or just hold onto the knee and extend that leg, or twist and reach behind you. This side again, or another option is you can always hold the thigh or just the knee and do a little extension. So I'm just giving variations. Maybe you just hold the ankle. Lots of variations that you can try. And then slowly unwind. Find your mountain. Now you're going to take your time. We're going to work our way back towards the floor. Now option is just to bend the knees. You can forward fold, You can slowly squat down, step back into tabletop. Again, it's very gentle, slow, take care of the body today. From tabletop, pushing the tops of our feet into the mat, spreading out those fingers nice and wide. Cat-cow, round through the back. Tuck your chin. Inhale, open up the chest. And then exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And last one, exhale, round. And then find your neutral spine. We're just going to do a little gentle extension of the right arm, extending it out. And I want you to take your left toe and press it into the back of the mat. Extend that left leg straight out. Maybe you engage your core and lift that left leg. And take a breath, relax your right shoulder, or left shoulder, and then slowly hand and knee to floor. And then extend your left arm forward. Reach your right toe to the back of the mat, straightening your right leg. Option to lift your right leg off the mat. Notice the difference if one side's easier than the other. And then hand and knee to the floor. And just gently let your hips drop side to side. And just feel that nice stretch. And then we're going to find our child's pose, knees apart, feet together. Hips to heels, and melt into the floor. And just feel that nice stretch. Another breath. And then slowly coming all the way back up, out of your child's pose. Now you're going to either cross your feet or you can set them to the side and then bring the legs out in front of you. The knees will be bent, and you're going to scoot yourself forward so you have room to lay back on the floor. But just first, before we go back, let's hold on to the thighs, lengthen through the spine, find your boat pose, or Vasana. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, and lengthen. Option to let go of the legs, option to hold the legs off the floor, or hold the feet and the arms out. And just breathe. Just getting a little bit of core in there. And then slowly pull the shoulders down, hold on to the thighs, and then let your body roll back very gently onto the floor. Once you get to the floor, walk your feet in about hip distance apart. Good. Reach your fingertips towards your heels or your ankles. And then we're going to press up into a bridge, lengthening through the spine, feeling the hips opening up. Another breath. And then slowly lowering your hips all the way back down to the floor. Now we're going to hug the right knee into the chest and let your left leg go straight out towards the front of the mat. Just really feel that lovely stretch through the hip flexor, through the hamstring, through that whole hip area. Now from here, you're going to hold on to that right knee or shin with the left hand and start to pull it over to your left. You're going to bend the right arm and bring like a cactus arm, the back of your hand to the floor. With your twist, maybe look towards your right hand, keeping both shoulders on the floor. And just find your breath. Nice, gentle twist here. This helps calm the body after our balancing. And then slowly come back to center, hug that right knee into the chest. And then let's let the left leg come up to the chest as well. Hug both knees in. Maybe wrap the arms nice and tight. Give them a squeeze into the chest. And then very slowly release the right leg all the way out. Hug the left knee into the chest. Feel the switch and the change on what's stretching, how that feels in the hip and the hamstring and even that hip flexor. Now you're going to keep holding on to the left knee with the right hand. Left arm goes out to the side like a cactus arm, back of the hand on the floor. You pull your left knee across the body to the right, looking at your left arm or hand, or you can close your eyes. Enjoy that nice twist. Finding your breath. And then slowly bringing the knee back to center. Let's hug both knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze. See if you can reach for your elbows. Get them in nice and tight. And then go ahead and let both feet go back to the floor. Maybe reach for your ankles or your heels again. And then we're going to have a bridge. Try a bridge again. Lifting those hips. Lengthening through the spine. And then slowly lowering the hips back to the floor. Take your right ankle and cross it over your left thigh. Push your right knee open for a figure 4. Now rotate your right ankle, circle it around, changing direction. And then flex that foot. Now try, if you'd like to try a single leg bridge, you're just going to lift that hip. Take another breath up, and then lowering it all the way down. Now we're going to reach through the center, and this is where if you can't reach in and hold on to your left thigh, you can use a strap or a belt, and just pull that left knee in, so you're really just getting a nice sciatic stretch. Keep your right foot flexed as you pull in that left knee. Take another breath, and then we'll slowly release that foot to the floor. Uncross your right, realign your heels. So reach for the heels or the ankles. They're about hip distance apart. And you're going to take your left ankle, cross it over your right thigh, open up that left knee, and then circle your left ankle. So the foot is across the thigh enough that you can get some circles in, and then change direction. And then we're going to flex that left foot, and then try your single leg bridge. Now you might find one side easier than the other. Take another breath. And then we slowly lower the hips to the floor. Now you're going to thread that needle, like reach between the thighs. Hold on to the right back of the thigh. Pull it in, flexing that left ankle. Just feel that nice stretch. If you have sciatic issues going on, there's a good stretch to get that area to just loosen up a little. Try not to force anything. One more breath. And then we'll release that foot to the floor and then uncross both legs. Now we're going to do another knee squeeze into the chest. Really wrap those hands as much as you can. Maybe hold on to the elbows, forearms, wrist. Give them a squeeze together. And then you're going to release the knees, place the feet flat, arms like cactus arms. Drop both feet and knees together. They're stacked to the right, and look to the left. One more gentle twist. Feeling it up through the torso. You want this to feel good. One more breath. And then we'll bring the head to neutral. Bring the knees up, realign the spine, the feet are together. Drop both knees to your left and look to your right. Finding your breath. One more breath. You'll bring your head to neutral, the knees come back up. And then here we're going to take a happy baby. And you can hold on to your toes. Again, if you have a strap, if that's easier, you can put the strap on your feet. You can always wrap your arms around. Maybe a little gentle rock. Whatever feels good for you today. Pulling the knees towards the floor. And then find your center. Tailbone pushing down. And then we're going to release the feet to give them knees a squeeze. And then slowly let your feet lower to the floor, arms next to the body. Walk your shoulders away from the ears, palms are up. Now option one, you can straighten your legs and just let them fall out. If you have any back issues going on, you are free to let your knees bend and let your back rest supported on the floor. And just close your eyes and just tune into the body. Find your Shavasana. As you breathe, just observe any thoughts and just let them go like clouds. Any tension in the body, just going to exhale it out. One more breath. To feel the body grounding into the earth, turn the palms downward. Feel your stability. And then next, you're going to roll to whatever side feels good to you. Maybe give your knees a squeeze to release anything in that back. And then we're going to use those arms to press ourselves up to an easy seat, coming all the way back to how we started. Just really realign everything, move the body, the neck, the head, shoulder rolls, palms are down on the thighs. Let's bring the chin to parallel, close those eyes for a moment. And just notice again the calmness. Maybe you feel a little more balanced. Take a deep breath, inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, palms to heart space. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.